I thought it was early for us to be talking about 6.3 these past few videos, but today we're talking about 6.4. And not only characters, but we're actually getting into the brand new huge update that's coming to Mondstadt. We're also going to be talking 6.4 banners, who you can expect, and kits of what we know. So let's get into it. Second phase of 6.1 is finally out. We have access to ARLECCHINO and Zhongli, and you can get them at a cheap price. All you have to do is enter your UID and the server that you play on, and then when you purchase, the Primogems get sent to your account instantly, under a minute. They also have hundreds of thousands of 5-star reviews and are heavily trusted. Loot bar costs $60 while Genshin costs $100. Definitely always use my link in the top link of my videos to get an extra 25% off. And if you sign up today, you get an additional 10% off coupon that you can use on anything you want to. So give the top link a check, see if there's any good deals on, and see how you like the site. If you guys would like to enter the 16,000 Primogem giveaway, all you have to do is click the third link in the description below. It's completely free, and the more points that you get on the website, the higher chance you have of winning. It actually works as if it's a big raffle. Okay, so first of all, let's get into the release date of 6.4 and the release date for all of the new characters coming. So if you guys didn't know, on February 2nd or 3rd, we will be getting the second phase update of 6.3, and this is going to contain the Lantern Rite Festival. So there's going to be tons of Primogems up for grabs. This is a great opportunity to farm Primogems before 6.4. 6.4 will release around 25th of February or this exact time. Now let's get into the 6.4 banners. So on the 25th of February, the first character to release will be Varka. He is going to be a main DPS Animo Claymore wielding character. He's a very old character in the game's lore. We know that he set Jean as the acting Grandmaster. It's basically taken since the very start of the game for us to meet him. He is also being paired aside by Escoffier, and you may be thinking, wow, isn't this a bit tough for us? Judging on the fact that players may want to pull for both characters, and the answer is yes. Well, in 6.4, it's going to be a full Mondstadt themed update and banners. Then in the second phase of 6.4, all we can say for definite is a unknown 5-star girl character. We don't know what their name is. Any details about them, we will have to wait till we get a bit closer. And for rerun characters aside them, we aren't too sure yet. So only real confirmed characters or very strong characters to be released would be Varka and Escoffier. Now let's get into the brand new update that's coming to the Mondstadt area map. So in 6.4, not only are we getting an incredible Grandmaster Varka, but we are also getting the expansion into Mondstadt. And this expansion will be the Dornman Port. The Dornman Port is basically a port for Mondstadt. It's like a big harbour where you may find boats, a bit like the Leeway harbour, but the Mondstadt harbour is going to be different. It's frequently mentioned in lore, character lines, NPC dialogues, suggesting its importance. The Dornman Port is believed to be Mondstadt's main trading hub, acting as a connection point between Mondstadt and other nations of Teyvat. Yes, that's right. Specifically, there are mentions of trade routes between Dornman Port and Leeway Harbour, and even with Port Ormos in Sumeru. And according to lore, Mondstadt uses Dornman Port to import and export goods. Based on hints and actual official leaks and in-game lore, we can guess that Dornman Port is likely the north of Mondstadt, possibly near or beyond the Cider Lake and the Stormbearer Mountains. Some speculate it lies close to the border with Snezhnaya, the north of Teyvat, which explain why it may not have been added yet. Here are some lore references from characters in Genshin. So characters like Eula have referenced the port during the Winsless Fest event. Eula mentioned that her Knights of Favonius Reconnaissance Company patrols a trade group between Mondstadt and the Dornman Port. Venti also hinted at the Dornman Port, saying he rarely boards any of the ships there, possibly because it's far away. And we also had some mention in the lore that the Abyss Order is using the Dornman Port to transport dangerous cargo, which Eula and Yanfei later investigate. So now we're going to get into some information regarding Varka. Obviously he is the brand new featured character in 6.4, and he's got the spotlight on him. So Varka holds the title of the Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius in Mondstadt, leaving Jean the acting Grandmaster role. He is also referred to as the Knight of Boreas, and he leads major expeditions beyond Mondstadt's borders. Varka is widely recognized and regarded as one of the strongest figures in Mondstadt. For example, Child calls him a titan of the Knights of Favonius, and he is also described as dependable, easygoing, sense of humor, and kind, even with his high alcohol tolerance. At the same time, he commands respect. People trust his leadership and skill. Barbara's lines, as long as he is in expedition, there's nothing to worry about. Varka discovered Razor in the wild, gave him a name, taught him how to fight. And in short, Varka is a really high profile, highly anticipated character that we've been waiting for ages. And he's very famous in the lore if you've been playing the game from the start. So let's get into Varka's kit. All we know about Varka's kit as of right now is that he uses a claymore. He's going to be a full main DPS character, and he's animo, and he's obviously 5-star. So with him being a main DPS character, players are already expecting him to have nuke abilities, or maybe some abilities that infuse all his attacks with animo, and then obviously he can deal some great damage with his claymore buffs and attacks. Players are expecting him to have, sort of knight layouts with his attacks, a bit like we've seen with D-Luke. He's got a very just sword play with his claymore. We're expecting Varka to be a swift, heavy claymore wielding character who can, use his claymore very fast. He can do great maneuvers, jump around. His elemental skill, possibly something where he's leaping forward, slashing waves of wind that deal animo damage, etc. There is a lot of potential for Varka, since we know his character just involves him being really swift, fast with his claymore. In the old lore, we actually knew that there was an old Grandmaster that had the ability to use a claymore and a sword at the same time. But why would they include this in the lore? Could it perhaps be that Varka could be the next Grandmaster who's strong enough to use this fighting style? This fighting style is called the Favonius Blade Work. Died out a long time ago, but with the old Grandmaster who was able to use it, could Varka wield the same strength? We know he's quite literally the strongest character in the whole of Mondstadt, and possibly the whole area surrounding. So we're gonna have to see, could he have this skill, and could he have it in his kit? Guys, if you would like to win a Welkin, all you have to do is like, subscribe, comment, and turn on all notifications for the channel. I can check if you've done this, and it's actually how I confirm if you've done the other steps, so make sure you do that so I can check on my channel to see if you have. So thank you guys for watching. See you in tomorrow's video. Peace.